if you're not a hard worker, don't even come to Monster House, because you're not going to make it.
This week, our carnivorous contractors battle extinction and exhaustion as they attempt to turn this functional 4-bedroom into a domicile fit for a dinosaur. Our pterodactyl of teardown, Steve Watson, and his cold-blooded crew have got just 5 days to take this house back 2 million years.
Our house was plain and simple. It was safe and normal. It was nice and sweet, but we all agreed we could use a change. And then something happened that was very strange, 'cause a van showed up, all our stuff went flying, and my mom was crying till the job was done. Now it's a monster house. It's a monster house. It's a monster house, and we all just love it. It's a monster house.
Tony and Kim Roston lead a quiet life in the LA suburbs.
Yeah, right.
We have 5 kids between the 2 of us.
Our house is very crazy. We are constantly coming and going.
Scouts and sports. And
it's a very busy house.
A ton of stuff goes on.
But for Tony and Kim, a full house can mean an empty cupboard.
Money-wise, it takes a lot to make your house what you want it to be. All of our money is pretty much invested in the children and their education, and we just don't have the funds to match our energy right now.
So they've asked Steve to give the kids their own private Jurassic Park.
When I was a kid, loved dinosaurs, loved fossils, loved artifacts, or archaeology, loved it all.
They'll probably be the most popular kids on the block, I'm sure. It'll probably make our life more hectic, but that's okay.
They've agreed to leave all design and construction decisions in the hands of Steve and his team. All they'll know is what they can see from a Coachman fifth wheel parked out front. Steve summons his design team to help him figure out how to bring a little revolution to evolution. Decorator Stuart Gilchrist and designer Oscar Albuerne have spent the last 2 weeks researching raptors and studying stegosauri.
This could be our area. This room, the outside, and the kitchen, and we're styling. Dinosaurs, guys, come on.
I mean, we got a great block right here, like we've just dug it out, you know?
Right.
And maybe a T-Rex that's been unearthed here. So maybe you got the tail that's coming up his backside. You got his torso here. Maybe his head's coming off of this wall back
there,
here, you know?
perfect.
Like they've
Huge.
actually come in there and they've picked it out and they've been brushing it out and they got half the skeleton coming off the walls, you know?
This thing's got to wrap all the way around this entire room.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I would really like for it to scare the hell out of somebody, to be honest with you. What about this fireplace, though? I mean, it's nice, it's, you know, old rock.
Well, you know, I was thinking that, you know, the dinosaurs and fire and, you know, the extinction, they say it came from a big meteor, you know?
Can we crash one? Just
have it just, yeah, the firebox.
asteroid.
Yeah, exactly, a big asteroid that's crashed through here.
The living room will get a 3D T-Rex skeleton that covers 3 walls, plus the asteroid that killed it.
here in the dining room, got this. This is a faux finish here. And this has got to go. We got to do something with this wall right here.
You can go with a strata wall, you know? It gives you the whole layering system of all the sediments that have compiled over the years. It's basically a timeline.
Right.
Of all the different periods, you know, dating way back through the Jurassic. It'll give us that time period that we're looking for. And then doing that tectonic slip,
Right.
you know?
A little fault line.
A fault line, exactly, exactly.
Sounds good to me.
The dining room will get a strata wall, complete with seismic fault line.
Okay, guys, the backyard is shot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to do something back here. They've got a pool, that's good, but this yard is all but completely dead.
Completely?
And, you know, we can do something back here that ties into the dinosaur theme. I mean, if we can put a spa back here and make it fit the theme, then I would be happy.
Okay.
That'd make me happy.
All right, well, what do you guys think about, like, you know, back then, the Earth was really alive. You know, they had geysers, steam, like
Oh, yeah.
little volcanoes, you know? We could make this small part of the top of the volcano that'd be steaming up there.
That would be great.
I love it.
In the backyard, they'll build a volcano with lava steps and a hot tub inside.
All right, perfect, guys. I like it. I love
right.
it. Love it, love it. Cool, I'm ready to get to work. Let's draw it up. Oh, there you go.
It's all right.
Monday morning, and this week's team receives a mysterious delivery from an island off the coast of Costa Rica. Danny Gruen, tile and stone expert. Chuck Stout, general contractor. Chris Hornshaw, structural iron worker. Christoph Kuhn, artist and sculptor. Rob Gaughan, jack of all trades.
You guys expecting somebody else? How you doing?
If they can complete the entire remodel by midnight Friday, they'll each receive tools from Makita, Aesop, and Stanley worth over $4 grand. Tony, Kim, and the kids emerge, ready to hand over their habitat.
I'm gonna need to take those keys. All right, guys. How you feeling? Good? All right, well, enjoy your stay in the RV, and it's time for us to get in there and get to work.
Great, have a good
All right,
one.
see you guys.
The Roston clan heads off for a week at the front curb as our Cretaceous crew heads into the dig site.
All right, guys. This week, we're doing a dinosaur house. It's what kid does not love dinosaurs? All right, that's right. It's the skeleton of a T-Rex. Head's here. You see the bones all the way across the room coming out around where the sofa might be over there. You gotta have a meteor crash into the fireplace, and I'd like to see how it got here. So I'd like that thing to be crashed, boom, right through the wall. In the dining room, we're gonna build a strata wall here. Got a fault there, so it's shifted a little bit, but I'd like to see a lot of layers, like, 12, 13 layers, different textures. You got rock, slate, everything else. We got one more tiny, tiny little project. Nothing to be scared of, unless you've never built a volcano before.
Awesome.
Check that out. Sweet. What you see on top here is a big, badass bitchin' spa from Cal Spas. It's gonna be craned over to this backyard later on this week. What you see around it is what you're gonna be building, all right? And we got one more thing to show you.
Nobody comes into our playground.
There you go, guys. Let's get to work.
All right, babe.
The boys begin in the backyard by tackling the most monstrous project of the week, the volcano spa.
Center right there, babe.
To support a hot tub on top of the volcano, they need to make an enormous concrete base. Local code calls for this base to extend 18 inches underground, which means somebody needs to start digging.
All the guys have kind of elected Rob to be the guy back here digging. I guess his nickname's gonna be Bobcat this week.
It's always kind of like, oh, the big guy can do it, all right, give it to the big guy. And it's like, that's cool, man. My name's Rob Gaughan. I'm 28 years old. I do some writing and whatnot. I do some acting and whatnot. And then the contracting pays the bills because you can't, pay rent with applause.
Out front, a shipment of steel arrives from Industrial Metal Supply.
Let's see what we got. My name's Chris Hornshaw. I'm an iron worker. Built the Detroit Lions Stadium. I just left that job. From the ground up, I was on it. My place is up in the air. I like walking the iron, I like building skyscrapers. That's what I do.
In the dining room, Danny and Chuck tear out fake brick paneling to make room for the strata wall.
Easy money.
Christoph takes on the job of creating the dinosaur.
I'm sure I'm going to butt heads with the designer because I myself am a designer.
Instead of making the bones using concrete molds, he wants to carve them out of styrofoam.
It glues on very well. It applies to the walls quickly. We can coat it with a hard shell.
I'll tell you this. You can show me what you can do, what this is going to look like, and what it's going to feel like when it's coated.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, generally, I hate it.
Generally, don't we all? I used to be a concrete sculptor until my back started going up.
Yeah, generally, I hate foam.
Right.
So show me what you can do. See what it looks like.
You're going to be impressed.
And if it looks good, I'll let you use it. If not, then we're going to can it and get something else.
Did all the sculpture for last year's Emmys and Golden Globes with styrofoam. Nobody knew the difference.
To shape it, he's brought along his own custom-made foam cutter. In place of a blade, it uses a superheated wire.
This is a profile cut, and then I'll slice it up into about 4 pieces. So we're talking minutes working in styrofoam compared to hours in working in concrete. Everybody wants to poo-poo styrofoam. It took me years to consider it. It's convinced me.
In the pit, Chris speeds up the digging with a jackhammer. And our oldest builder chips in.
I'm Chuck Stout, general contractor. 48 years old. I think I'm the oldest guy here on the team. I got tired of working on cars, did that for 20 years, and I decided to be a handyman. So I got my license and took a little bit further.
Out front, carver Christoph is still making the case for styrofoam.
Time.
Well, it's not
3 seconds to do this. Can you imagine how long it would take to get stucco chicken wire bent and concrete put on it? And
I know.
And hold the concrete.
I know it takes extra time, but it's also a matter of doing it like the right way.
Christoph figures that all Steve needs is a little proof, so he coats a sample tooth with an epoxy he calls Dino Goo.
Follow the contour of the styrofoam, and it should make it quite rigid.
It's the height of the afternoon, and the boys in the backyard are beginning to melt.
I think sweat's good for me. I'm a sweater. I can sweat doing long division, you know. It opens the pores up and whatnot, you know.
6 hours in, and they're still 6 inches short.
Yeah, here's the ground.
Flatten this out. Yeah, we got a ways to go yet.
Out at the RV, young Mike is less than impressed by the pitiful pile of debris.
I thought the whole thing was going to be filled.
Give them time, man. They got put a lot of stuff out here.
It's only the first day, and it seems like already a lot is happening. Yeah, my geez.
I love this material.
Meanwhile, Christoph's test tooth baby is hard as a rock.
Not a dent one.
And the boss finally gives him the go-ahead.
Now, for the spine and stuff like that, I don't mind using this stuff, but I want it to have it's more of a smaller shape. It's just for rocks I don't want to use it.
Yeah, for rocks, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then Christoph gets a little carried away.
This is only 8 inches. We can have the truck run it over. Maybe we should have the truck run it over.
Well, I've got just about the biggest truck on the street right now. We're going to run over it and see if it's going to hold up under the wheels. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Hey, let me, here's how.
Oh, you're going to go over the weak part. A tooth. What can I say? I gave it a shot. I still think it would survive children, though.
Despite failing the truck test, Christoph knows that styrofoam is the only realistic option. The T-Rex skeleton needs over 100 different bones, each of which will have to be individually hand-carved.
He's got his mouth open. I think that's a good one.
In the pit, our excavators are about to hit bottom.
We got to be getting there, man.
Let's check it out.
Oh!
Wait a minute.
Oh!
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute!
18!
18! 18! 18 inches! Yeah! Yeah! 18! 18! 18!
Oh, boy.
Oh! Oh, this water feels good. Oh. 18! 18!
That was all butt crack.
But the fun's not over. A lumber delivery has just arrived from Stock Building Supply. Chuck and Chris move on to building a form for the giant concrete blocks. But all this sun is taking its toll on Chuck.
Yeah, he got to me. Got a little lightheaded. This type of thing, when it catches up with you, it goes fast. It just hits you really quick.
If he needs to go home early, I do not mind at all. It's totally cool.
And I'm not going to risk somebody's health over getting a job done by a deadline. There's no amount of tools worth that. Bottom line is, you kicked ass today. You were working as hard as you could. You never stopped, which is the problem. So there's nothing wrong with just going and taking it easy tonight.
I just hope he's okay. Hope the Chuck's all right.
All right, my man.
All right, bud.
Take care.
Appreciate
Get some rest.
All right.
With the team one man down, Danny jumps in to work on the form. Christoph welds a tube steel spine, then starts roughing out a T-Rex tail. By sundown, the concrete form is close to finished, and the backyard boys call it a day. But with a long way to go on his T-Rex, Christoph decides to spend the night foam alone.
And we all Love it, it's a monster house.
Tuesday.
After a short night's sleep in his motorhome, our suave sculptor is ready to take on day 2.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
He picks up right where he left off, finessing his dinosaur tail.
Well, last night I put in some hours, worked until about 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Chuck arrives, rested and ready.
Chuck's looking fresh and fancy. Chuck's got his game back. The general's back on the battlefield.
The guys really touched me deeply, telling me that, don't worry about, because I felt bad about leaving early. They were very sincere, and I really appreciate it.
Inside, Danny and Chris start their day by putting up a plywood backing for the strata wall.
My name is Danny Gruen, 40 years old, tile and stone contractor. I'm on a working vacation right now from Washington. My plan today is to have all the prep done for the strata wall.
But it's a big job. Fortunately, they have a big guy.
Rob's feet are size 17, 6E wide. I'm 6 foot 8 inches tall. I'm currently weighing in, I believe, at about 385, which is a much better ratio than the 525 I was weighing in at. I wear like a 2X glove, a 52-inch waist, which used to be a 60-inch waist. I got a 22 neck and a 38 sleeve. Bottom line is, yeah, I'm a pretty big guy.
The team converges to finish the form before the concrete arrives.
These guys are really kicking it together. Got a deadline on the pour. And I think I can hear the backup beeper of the cement truck at this moment.
But what he's really hearing is the sweet squeak of a fresh shipment of styrofoam.
It's gotta be like 7 feet or 7.5 feet.
Christoph ordered it so that he can make a Stone Age TV stand. But this bright idea has Steve foaming at the mouth.
I don't want to make everything out of foam. I said, seriously, just the dinosaur.
Gonna plywood top on it, and then we're just gonna coat it with all the rock stuff.
I didn't want to make everything out of foam. I said that 14 times yesterday. I said the dinosaur can be made out of foam. We're not making everything out of foam. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit irritated. I'm starting to get just downright pissed. I made it very clear yesterday that I didn't want to see any foam in this build at all. And then all of a sudden I decided, well, I'll go ahead and waver a little bit and let him go ahead and make the dinosaur out of foam. And that was very clear as far as I was concerned last night. All of a sudden, I see we've got a van full of foam, and he's making the whole damn living room out of foam. And I said, no more foam in the house.
Steve decides to spell it out.
No more foam.
But our styrofoam sculptor sees things a little differently.
Say no more, Steve. Foam is good. It can be your friend.
Yeah.
But before these raptors start to lock horns, Steve has to handle a bigger problem. Chris's wife is sick at home.
She just can't stop throwing up.
You got to have your priorities straight. That's definitely a priority. Yeah. You got to take care of your house first.
Yeah, all right.
That sucks. Chris has to leave. His wife is sick. You got priorities. You know, when it comes to either your physical health or your family member's physical health, that takes priority over getting this build done. I don't know if it's a dark cloud over this build this week or what, but it's just, you just got me kind of nervous. It's only Tuesday.
The monster medicine for a dark cloud, a beast full of concrete.
And here it comes. We're about to christen it. We're christening with a little powder now. That's it. Look at that. Fill her up. Look at that. It's the golden arch. We got enough on this section thing?
Okay, come on over, come on over, come on over.
Middle? No, you're good. No.
There it is.
Perfect. That's slurry.
Not budging.
Over at the dinosaur, Christoph has decided to toss Steve a bone. With a few strokes of the pen, he turns his TV stand into a Tyrannosaurus skull.
You know, he's got a pretty tight, small cranium. I don't think he had much of a brain.
Inside, Danny gets Rob started hanging Hardybacker, a heavy-duty wallboard specially designed for tile and stone. Then Danny heads off in search of 1,000,000 years worth of rocks.
Right now we're digging out material for the strata wall. So five-gallon buckets of the white. Same on this one here. Yeah, 3 buckets. 3 buckets? Yeah, I'd say like 5 buckets of 10 of these.
Back at the Big Dig, Big Rob knocks out the last of the Hardybacker.
And it's not a half-bad job, if I say so myself.
While Chuck welds a metal backbone for the dinosaur.
It's 8 o'clock on Tuesday, second day of our build. And right now, we still have 4 out of our 5 builders back there working as hard as they possibly can. And we are as far ahead as we can possibly be. The rock won't be here for the strata wall until tomorrow, but the wall is completely skinned up. It's ready to be dressed up with the rocks tomorrow. The skeleton for our T-Rex is going up right now. We have a platform for the hot tub, and the spa will be here tomorrow.
The guys decide to cap the day off with the tail end of a T-Rex.
All right, so we got a dinosaur tail. Wednesday.
Hump day.
Day 3, and our lost builder is back from his family emergency.
Yeah, all right. Oh, it's solid, too. Got everything straightened out at home so I could come back today and rock and roll. While I was gone, these guys took up slack for me and really did a hell of a job.
Outside, the slab is cool, hard, and ready for a hot tub.
Today we've got a huge crane that's going to be carrying over our big Cal spa and dropping it right here on this platform. By this time tonight, there'll be a spa sitting right here.
Inside, Christoph is creating a point of entry for the meteor using a secret ingredient.
Don't anybody tell Steve I'm putting foam on the ceiling. I don't want him anywhere near here.
But he can't keep everything secret. To make his dinosaur appear embedded in rock, Christoph has added a backdrop made out of his favorite material.
I'm letting you cheat with the foam behind the dinosaur as well as some on the dinosaur.
I appreciate that.
But
You're a good man.
if it looks like crap, I'm ripping it down.
Okay, I understand.
Out front, 2 truckloads of real rock arrive.
Good luck.
That's what we ordered.
There you go. How many strata walls are we making?
Danny dives right into his puzzle.
Building the strata wall could be anywhere from, I don't know, 3, 4, 5,000 individual pieces of rock, different types.
After finishing off his T-Rex head with a coat of dirt, Christoph gives it a quick shower, then moves on to some dino dentistry. 2 o'clock, spa time. A giant crane arrives to give our hot tub a lift.
Let's put a spa down. This is great. Not gonna see that on some of those other shows. And we're gonna build ourselves a big bitchin' volcano.
By late afternoon, Danny is on the second layer of his strata wall. The rest of the team is helping our T-Rex get ahead. Out front, our homeowners have hit a dry spell.
We ran out of water this morning.
Oh, no.
So someone got a nice, long, hot shower.
And somebody else didn't?
Someone is waiting still to take her shower.
You took the shower? I don't blame you.
It gets dirtier.
Yeah.
Back at the build, another problem. Chris once again needs to head home to care for his sick wife.
I'm gonna go home and feed her and take care of her. Boy's still a little weak, so.
We'll see you in the morning.
That way I can stay late Thursday and Friday.
Cool. Good deal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
As night falls, Christoph takes a break from foam to get his hands on some real rocks.
I'm getting away from the image of styrofoam only man and do what I really enjoy doing most, and that's working with concrete.
With the hot tub in place, Chuck and Rob start on the volcano. The plan is to first build a wood frame, then add chicken wire and finally concrete to create a mountainside. Little do they realize that tomorrow they'll be attacked by a raging Stegosaurus.
Thursday!
Only 2 days left, and there's still a volcano to build. But the boss brontosaurus doesn't like what he sees.
I'm concerned about how we're going to get a volcano shape with this square this close to the top. Because what I'm afraid is we're going to get this thing started and keep going. Then by this time tomorrow, we're going to look at it and go, we just built ourselves a pyramid. The backside.
And that means half a day's work down the drain.
Glad we caught it now than an hour from now.
Inside, Christoph has found yet another use for styrofoam. He wants the T-Rex head to stand out against the rock fireplace. Before coating it with mortar, he fills in the crevices with foam.
Keep Steve away.
Back! Good morning.
We're getting our legs put in here.
What is all this?
Packing it in.
What's this stuff?
We got some really deep crevasses, and this dino glue
Take
has
it
a
out.
hard time
Take it out.
staying.
Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. I can say the same thing 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways. It is not getting through. I don't want to make everything out of foam. I hate foam. If it looks like crap, I'm ripping it down. No more foam. He may be 6'6", but I got Rob on my side. I'm going to chase him down the street with that big styrofoam leg he's got in there.
Danny fills the crevices with his special recipe, wall mud.
It's like a wall mud, has the cement, sand, and lime.
Meanwhile, Chuck has come up with a way to turn his square frame into a round volcano. Cut off the corners and create an octagon. This week's Design Diva pulls up to start picking out decor.
Ho. I'm Stuart Gilchrist. I'm the decorator for Monster House for Dinosaur House this week. Hey, wow, this is great. What I'm going to be doing once they're finished is warming the place up with little objects that you would find in a normal home. A little bit bigger, though. That's fantastic. I can't wait to get in here and fluff the place up. In the living room, we've got a dinosaur over here that's completely dominating the scene, and you know, we couldn't really put normal furniture in here, so we've designed something that I think is kind of cool.
Stuart is having a Neolithic sofa custom built for this house.
We're looking at a sofa, a sectional, that will look like a bunch of stones.
It's being made by Lexington, a scenery and fabricating shop.
Is it wet? No, it's not. I have a great cycling. This is great. Okay.
Back at the dig, Rob and Chuck have started rounding out the volcano frame. But for the 4th day in a row, a team member announces he has to leave early.
What you're seeing is the last of my clean clothes. I gotta wash clothes, because I can't re-wear any of the clothes I've been wearing this week. They're pretty dirty.
Somebody told me
This time, Steve puts his foot down.
I'll buy you some clothes.
You'll buy me some clothes?
I'll buy you some clothes for tomorrow.
Hey, you're gonna be paying triple digits.
Whatever.
These clothes, dude.
You give me your sizes, I'll get you an outfit to wear tomorrow.
I
will personally buy you clothes.
56, 58 boxer.
Yeah. Not boxer briefs?
No, just plain old box like this.
Right. Oh, okay.
While Rob worries about wardrobe, Danny knocks off the first section of strata.
Done. On our way to completion. Yesterday I said there'd be about 5,000 pieces of rock up here, and after getting going and using the different types of stone and stuff, there's probably 5,000 in this band alone right here.
Nearby, Steve fires up the fireplace to make it look like a meteor trail. And Rob turns up the heat on Christoph.
I'm just concerned because this has been your baby all week, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so this'll be done tonight.
It will be.
That dinosaur better jump off the wall. I got no problem with Christoph doing what he's doing so long as it gets done. It's like you can look at Danny's wall and you can see it happening. This dinosaur, it just doesn't look like it's done. It doesn't, you know, he says it'll be done, so I'm really trying to fuel the trust.
By late afternoon, the runner returns with new duds for Big Rob.
So I got some stuff for you here. I hope this is gonna be cool. I don't know. Do these look like the right size? Is that right?
Those are Henry Browns.
And
these aren't boxers.
It's all they have. It's all this place had. So, and then this got this. I think this should be your size.
That's pink.
Yeah, well, look, you can like cut the
You're
sleeves
giving me
off.
briefs and a pink shirt.
Like this,
Denim?
This you're gonna like. This is the final piece of your ensemble.
All right, those are nice. 5630s. What am I, 5'8"?
Whoa.
They're 38.
Out on the curb, the kids have other things to worry about.
My only fear is that there's going to be a giant animatronic metal dinosaur in the backyard with glowing headlights that moves around and moves its head around and opens and closes its mouth. That's my greatest fear.
I would really like that. I would jump into the dinosaur's mouth.
Me and him are totally opposite.
My biggest fear is that they would fill that thing with concrete and they would blindfold me and make me jump into the pool. That's my biggest fear.
By 5 o'clock, the team has rebounded from the volcano snafu.
Done, finished. Now we can put our stringers on and keep moving ahead, but it's nice to see results.
But this setback has cost them over 9 hours, and they still need to add stringers, chicken wire, and concrete. The good news is that the T-Rex is coming to life.
I mean, you can't beat this. The guy's done a hell of a job with the styrofoam. Out of all the animosity and everything between Christoph and Steve, Steve may have won a battle or two over the styrofoam, but it looks like Christoph has won the war because there's a lot of styrofoam up here, you know?
Rob and Chuck work into the night cutting stringers. By 10:30, the frame is finished, and Chuck is ready to check out.
I'm the old guy here. I need a few hours sleep, and I know if I don't get a few hours sleep, I might as well not even show up tomorrow because I'm going to be wasted.
All right, so that's the end of the build day on Thursday, and we actually got a lot of progress today. You can see that the dinosaur looks like a dinosaur. Tomorrow, Christoph's going to go ahead and finish this epoxy treatment, work on the styrofoam in the back. We'll get some rock treatment up here, and this build right here will look sweet. One of the most impressive things I've ever seen is this strata wall. This thing has been a work in progress for a day and a half, almost 2 full days, but piece by piece, Danny, with some occasional help from Christoph, has just made this thing look really, really nice. We got ourselves the making of a volcano. Tomorrow we're going to go ahead and put our mesh on here, skin this thing out with some cement, put the epoxy on top of it. Once we get all of our rocks and everything planted, this thing will look really cool. And also with the plexiglass staircase and all the fiber optics, it's going to look like a lava flow. This thing is going to be amazing. We have 1 day, 1 hour, and 6 minutes left, and in just a little bit, this is going to be all zeros right here.
Once again, Christoph joins Danny for a late night on the strata wall.
Sometimes it just helps to have some energy next to you.
With over 1,000 rocks still to go, they'll need all the energy they can get.
I want to say done stamp on this wall tomorrow morning.
And we all just love it, it's a monster high.
It's the final day. Chuck and Chris arrive early to find a tectonic shift in the dining room.
Awesome.
It took over 10,000 stones, but Danny's strata wall is standing.
Dig that.
Today, the team will need to give the T-Rex a finish coat and a rock background. And outside, the frame still needs to be turned into a volcano. Rob arrives looking dapper in his new duds.
Big dog in his pink shirt. He didn't even cut the pants.
I'm too tired to cut the pants.
Oh, man, you got to get on the ball, man. This is crunch time, baby. Come on, man.
Inside, grumpy Rob starts off by growling at Christoph.
The dinosaur's not done. Will the dinosaur be done today?
Yeah, but the question is, will the volcano be done today?
The volcano's almost done.
It doesn't look like it. I'm looking at ribs from where I'm standing. Done
All
deal.
week, all you've done it. We've been digging
It's a
ditches and
done
trenches
deal.
and pouring concrete. All you had is dinosaur.
I'm 16 hours overtime ahead on you.
But then if I can stand around for 16 hours, which is pretty much what you've been doing. You're in the shade. I've seen you in the sun 3 times, my friend.
I figure we'll be taking it all out of your tool package.
Right. You can have my package. I don't mean my tool package. I'm not digging today, whatever happens. Christoph will start digging, if anybody. I can't feel my toes. So sometime over the course of yesterday, I got 2 giant blisters on one toe, and one of them popped sometime yesterday.
Well, why don't you just kind of take it easy and just hang in here and maybe help these guys that like applying some of this stuff?
Right.
That way you're not crawling up and down that volcano.
Christoph and Danny add a coat of goo to the last of the vertebra. And by late morning, the final bone is finished.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. You have no idea. That is exactly what it was supposed to look like. Ladies and gentlemen, we have T-Rex. T-Rex is in the house. We have T-Rex. Christoph, that's impressive.
I love it.
That's
He is.
impressive.
He's the man, dude.
That's impressive.
Out back, Chuck is covering the volcano in chicken wire. And the entire team joins in to give it a mud bath.
This project is underway. Keep mixing. Mix everything we got.
Even Christoph can't resist.
We have to go minimum 2 inches on this, or else it's going to crack all over them.
It ain't got to be pretty.
Chuck and Danny get started on the stairs. But Rob decides to sit this one out. To finish his dinosaur, Christoph wants to embed some of Danny's leftover rocks into the backdrop. Rob joins in, but he seems on the verge of extinction.
Everyone else's energy is going to carry me because I'm kind of just zoning out. I'm going numb, but I'll keep going.
He's gonna have to. Steve just got some bad news.
Chris's wife called. She was sick again. He had to leave. I told him it was fine. You got to put the family in front of this. You got to. I told him that I would talk to you guys, him just to do his thing and take care of that. She actually called us. That's why I came to get him. 6 hours and some change. Is it going to be tough? Yeah. Is it impossible? Absolutely not.
The rest of the team struggles for survival as the build boils down to a few final hours.
I do believe that this part of our volcano project is done.
But emotions are getting raw.
I am honored to work with these guys.
Oh, he's getting misty.
Yeah. It's been incredible.
Don't start crying. I'm gonna start crying. I can't cry on TV.
We don't know each other. We met on Monday. None of us had a clue who does what, who's who, what's what.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, boy.
But there's no time to stop now. The volcano still needs a lava staircase to be made out of red plexiglass.
We've got a limited amount of material on these steps, and if we foul up, the steps aren't going to be done, and we don't finish. So it comes down to this. these cuts, this install, and we're done.
As Christoph carefully plots out his cuts, Rob lays the final pebble in the T-Rex puzzle.
Done.
Now, everything depends on Christoph's careful cuts. Steve plasma cuts decorative metal treads, and the first steps are set in place. But there's a problem.
That's not going to work. The reason why is the weight pushes the stair down to a flex, and then you really catch your toe on this thing.
So let's try it again. Step off.
Christoph comes up with a quick fix.
It looks good. We can take these off and put angle straps on the inside, and then that'll support the weight.
We'd have to cut some more angle iron, 37 inches to go on the front, so we have support on the front, under the plexiglass, and on top of the plexiglass, as well as the stuff in the back. And we've got an hour and a half left, exactly. So this is this kind of stuff that can kill you.
Chuck scrambles to make the angle straps,
This is like a bad dream.
while Christoph adds a layer of clear plexi.
All right, 1 hour. We got 1 hour, guys. Settle down. Get this thing done. And I don't really like watching that.
"11 minutes to go, and Chuck cuts the final piece of plexi.
I'm good, but let's go. I'll find the 34. So that should be all the cutting you need to do.
Here, you hold it, I'll screw it.
I'm ready to nail these stairs together right now.
With 5.5 minutes to spare, the stairway to monster heaven is complete.
All right, guys, everybody come on down. Congratulations, you just pulled off the impossible. Good job this week. Wow. Yeah, big Rob. There you go. There you go, man. All right, guys, listen up. There are some prizes for you. So what you get, guys, you get the Makita 18-volt cordless combo kit, a compound miter saw, and a top-handle jigsaw. From ESOB, a mini arc welder, and a Trademaster welding and cutting outfit. And from Stanley, a professional-grade tool set. That's all yours. You get all of that, guys. Congratulations. Take your tools. Good job. Thank you, guys.
Saturday, and the crew from Lexington installs a custom-made fiberglass asteroid. It's time for Stewart and his team to put some meat on the bones.
We got these great little teeth because I think it's really great to have teeth on your dining room table. And then over here is my paleontologist's collection.
40 minutes. 40 minutes, we get to go in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long week. It's been a long week, but it's been fun. That comes down to this.
I'm ready.
Jurassic.
Are you ready?
I'm scared, but nervous.
After a woolly week in the Coachman, it's time for Tony, Kim, and the kids to find out where their dinosaur domicile falls on the food chain. In the garage, the builders watch on closed-circuit TV.
You guys ready? Yeah! Open the door, Mike.
Come on in.
Mom and Dad stay behind as the kids get an exclusive sneak peek.
Come on in, guys. Check it out.
Look at the kids. Look at
face crying.
You like dinosaurs? Well, I hope so. You've got one. Her name is Rosie. Have a seat. Is it cool?
Oh my god.
You know, what is that?
A meteor.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that was a score. See that look on her face?
I wonder what kind of dinosaur it is. I like the T-Rex.
It's a big T-Rex. You want to check out the other room?
Yeah.
Let's go check out the other room. Now over here. Check that out. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? And then here are your placemats. Awesome.
The silver is awesome. I love the silver. And the candle.
More than 7,000 rocks up there. You know, there's a little straddle wall. It's Northridge, so we got an earthquake fault line right there.
Oh my god.
Look at her. Look at her. She got her mouth wide open. It's the ultimate remodel, man. 1 week. Bam.
Yeah, these are real fossils.
I like this table.
All right, so let's go get Mom and Dad. Come on in. All right, every week's my favorite part. Oh, this is. Are you kidding? No, in here. Oh, we got a dinosaur. All the way around the room. Go check out your new sofa. Your sofa made out of rock.
And we all fit. We all fit into it.
While we were working, there was a meteor that crashed through the ceiling into your fireplace. I have to apologize. You are the man. You are the man. And guess what? We're so not finished. So let's go check out your dining room. Look at this. It's all real stone and real fossils. We estimate there's between 7,000 and 8,000 individual rocks on that wall.
How did you guys
Look at the floor.
Saber-tooth?
I got my saber-tooth tiger.
Hey, you got your new placemats there.
Oh, it's amazing.
This flagstone flooring was provided by Pergo Flooring.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And those guys were awesome.
How did you guys do all of this?
In 5 days, I
In
know.
5 days, how did you? The floor's beautiful.
It is so honest. That is what is so incredible.
Oh man!
Look at the mom.
her. She doesn't know which way to turn.
Look at her, she's getting misty.
We were so scared of what would happen. I love it.
Okay, guys, there's one more thing. Your backyard needed a little bit of work, so we did do a little bit of landscaping. So if you come with me, you'll see that you've got your own volcano. Woo! Yeah!
Look at the kid.
That's Monster House. And on top of that volcano is your brand new cow spa. It just happens to be 6.5 feet high at the top of a volcano in your backyard. Here. Well, let's go check it out.
You're the man. You are the man.
So when you guys were at work, we had the big crane bring this thing over the house. Yeah, be careful coming down there because the steps are a little bit wet.
Down.
Oh,
yeah. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is just too much. Wow. This is the coolest.
Guys, coming down, I want to introduce you to some people who really busted their butts this week. I've got 4 out of 5 builders. We have one builder whose wife was sick. He can't be here. And these guys did pull it off with the deadlines. They do get all their prizes. And I've got 4 guys here right now who busted their humps. And I'd like for you to give these guys a big round of applause when they walk up and say thank you to these guys. Chuck, Danny, Christoph, and Rob. Great job, guys. Come on out.
Enjoy it.
Great job, guys.
Until next time, when who knows, the monster may be coming to your house.
Thank you, Monster House.
I can't do it right now. I can't. I'm trying everything. Ask Brian.